Hello,
Hi,
welcome to Companion Quest
we're a couple.
of Let's Players.
We're currently playing Dragon Age Origins.
Yeah, we're continuing our story of Tak, the coquettish female rogue.
Yeah.
We have just entered the Kokari Wilds after doing the sort of introductory area where you meet Duncan, King Kalen, and the Tarn. Tarn? Tarn?
Tarn.
The Tarn, yeah. Loghain, the Tarn. And here we are. We just entered into the wilds, so this is gonna be a pretty combat heavy episode.
Because it's combat heavy, I can talk about an interesting little tidbit about Dragon Age and the creators of Dragon Age. So last episode, a character mentioned King Merrick and how I think it was Loghain mentioned that Merrick knew a Dalish elf and was very good friends with them. So there's a lot of kind of supporting media for Dragon Age. There are several novels, a bunch of like side games. There's a tabletop RPG, which I've played, which is very fun.
Okay.
And there's also a bunch of comic books and some other stuff too. But to get the kind of like full story of Dragon Age, you have to read all this other content. I've never read any of the books.
Okay.
From what I understand, only the ones that are like written by the people who also write the games, who are also writers on the games, are any good.
So are some of these comic books fan made then?
No, all the comic books are
Or
official
they're all
comic
official?
books.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
The comic books I hear are fantastic no matter what.
Okay.
It's the novels that I hear are kind of like iffy.
Sure.
But they all hold kind of like the lore, the official lore of Dragon Age
Of the world. Okay, cool. And it's all like this is our lore period. It's not like fan.
No, as
Okay.
far as I know, there is no like published. I mean, there's plenty of like people put out fan content all the time. There's a ton of fan fiction for Dragon. A ton
sure.
of fan fiction for Dragon
Oh,
Age.
I can I can only imagine what kind of fan fiction that might be.
And I imagine there's a lot of fan fiction that they pull from for a lot of their kind of ideas and stuff. I mean,
Sorry, you think the producers
I know for a
were-
fact the writers talk about all the time how they read Dragon Age fan fiction and they deeply appreciate it. And
Sure. It's hard to say that they pull from it. There's like a lot of legal issues.
I mean, like
with that
for
specifically,
for
but-
creatives, especially for writers, nothing's original.
Yeah. I mean, that's true.
Like the story of Dragon Age has been told a million different ways for
I'm
like
sure.
thousands of
I'm
years.
sure, yeah. All right, let's manage you up.
Bandages in my pack.
This guy's gonna go back and turn everyone off the zombies back in base.
you
Yeah.
never let the infected guy back in base.
Yeah, you never send him back. But
This
here
is
I go.
is like
sending him back.
basically the plot of 28 Days Later.
Yeah.
We'll be fine if we're careful.
Those soldiers were careful, and they were still overwhelmed. How many Darkspawn can the four of us slay? A dozen? 100? There's an entire army in these forests.
I don't know if I like your naysaying attitude there, Citra. That's a death flag.
How do you know? I'm not a coward, but this is foolish and reckless. We should go back.
Yeah, what is the line between cowardly and like
Know this. All Grey Wardens
being
can sense darkspawn,
practical?
whatever their cunning.
At the end of the day, if you're still alive, you were practical.
I guess.
Yeah, there it is.
You see, Sir Knight,
What's that quote
I
from Mass
be
Effect?
warned about it first.
Stand on the graves of Vermilion and ask if honor
That
matters.
doesn't mean I'm
Is
here
that from
to
Mass
make
Effect?
easy,
It
however.
might not be from Mass Effect. That might be for another game.
It's probably. I mean, that definitely sounds like a Mass Effect era game might say that.
Sure, it's.
Maybe it's from Halo. I could see it being from Halo.
I don't think it's from Halo. There's this creature with like a single eye, and I think he's the last of his type who says it. I see it on, one of those image sharing sites all the time.
Sure, your
It's
meme
like-
generators.
Yeah, my it's. I don't know. It's like a video game dump, and that image pops up all the time. And I guess it's true. I don't know what game that's actually from. Maybe someone can tell me what game that comes from. Because I certainly have not played it. Because that quote would stand out like forever in my mind.
Which, I mean, if it's from Mass Effect, then I need to play Mass Effect again.
Again, just to find that quote. Sure, it might not. It very well might not be from Mass
Oh,
Effect.
paused.
Yeah, the auto pause feature. Do you have a ranged weapon, Sorcerer?
Right away.
Yeah, you do. Okay. I'm gonna stick them both on range, even though all of his talents are like melee based.
Sure.
I just kind of like the idea of having multiple people shooting from afar. Let's bait these guys in just a little bit more.
Oh, they have an archer too.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, they do.
Do you mess around with the so there's kind of, I don't know what they're called. I forget what they're called, but there's
The
like
tactics?
Yeah, tactics. Where you tell each character like, if this is happening, then do this. If this is happening, then do this. A lot of if-then statements that they have to keep track of.
I imagine I would. Okay, I'm actually gonna send. Do I want to use a health pot here? I think it's fine. I'm just worried that if I'm using them too early, I'm for the hard fights. I'm actually gonna just run Alistair way far away. Just kind of tuck him away as we finish the rest of these guys off here. He'll run back, of course.
He'll run back, but it'll take him a while.
Well, it's not so much that as he lost aggro, so they're not attacking him anymore. So he ran away, and now he's coming back, and I'm going to come around the backside of this guy and stun him multiple times in a row.
I always wonder for games like this, like how do they balance like good like combat strategy with focus on good story, that sort of thing? Because there's definitely games that focus more heavily on one than the other. And I feel like the strategy kind of like surrounding this, you can get very kind of hands-on and very particular.
Yes, you can.
But there's also just kind of, you can just kind of like auto do it.
Yeah, and for these fights, for these easier fights, I'm definitely doing a lot of like auto combat-y things, like letting the AI kind of take over, which is fine for these fights. But since I am playing in hard mode, it's gonna be there will be some fights where I'm gonna have to be very hands-on.
Yeah.
And I imagine if I was playing in like the Tactician mode or whatever their version of Tactician mode is, that I would need to be very hands-on. However, what I was going to say with the balance between story and gameplay, I don't know that you need to sacrifice one over the other. Like it's not like we are sacrificing. Is there a hold all function? I just kind of want to. Yeah, let's not move freely.
There is
Hold
a hotkey for hold.
for the whole position. H, in fact. I just kind of want to bait them over to this area because I don't know that I can get. Yeah, here
Always
we go.
want the high ground.
It's not so much that I want the high ground, it's that I don't want to be shot by all these freaking arrows. Yeah, see, this ridge is protecting us from the arrows. Okay, now you guys can all move freely. And let's do it. I'm going to go into dual striking mode here since we'll be taking from the front. Well, they're not moving freely, so I will now have to enter in commands manually. What do you have? Do you have a palm strike? That's fine.
I was saying that BioWare did a very good job of kind of balancing that you can be very specific and very particular about how you want to fight, or you can not if you don't want to. Obviously, if you're playing on a harder difficulty, the difficulty is in the combat, not necessarily in like the social interactions. I don't really see those being like a higher DC or anything like that.
All right.
Oh, somebody went down.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was that guy.
Yeah, that's fine. What is Alistair not fighting? That's a pretty huge issue if he's not. Oh, he's currently stunned. That's why. All right, the Hurlock is down, and we've got 2 Grimlocks. Certainly in this game doesn't need to sacrifice. Like, there's no. I don't want to say there's no interaction between story and combat, because there certainly is a level of interaction between the two of them.
I'm trying to think if there's a fight that you can lose and the story still continues. There's some games that do that.
Well, there are some forced losses, yes. I think I'm just going to let Alistair fall as well. Mostly because I think the rest of us can finish this fight off. These last 2 guys. Yeah, I just want to get around and get my backstabs in. I don't have to drop this mode to get backstabs on.
Oh, watch your health.
I'll be fine. I still have 1 character left.
You're so much more,
Yeah.
you're not as cautious as I am.
I probably should have healed up my last character for sure, because I definitely think I need to heal up this character. And if I was going to I was trying to avoid using any health potions here whatsoever. Because it is, on a harder difficulty.
They are expensive. It depends on the merchant, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, this fight's getting a little harder with the one-on-one. I have to use a second healing potion here, just to make sure. I don't think I'm gonna need to use a third. I really hope not. Oh, buddy. Oh,
Yeah, it's looking like it.
God. Alright. Alright. Come back to me, my brethren. Yeah, if I was going to use those health potions, if I thought I was going to use so many, I definitely should have used them on the first character that went down. Because then just having that extra character, that extra damage for a little bit longer would have added up. Speaking of extra character damage and stuff, I should probably equip these guys a little better with the gear that I have.
Also, I mean, when they go down, they receive an injury.
Yes, they do.
That you can't fix without an injury kit.
Or you can go back to camp.
Yeah.
Which I think I can do, like, right now.
You can. Takes time, though.
It does take time. Whew, I'm a giant scrub. All right. Now that I dealt with these injuries in, the most resource efficient possible way by running back to base, like the brave coward I am.
Practical.
Yeah, practical.
You're gonna survive.
Yeah, I'm gonna have more injury kits for later in the game. Ooh, Rigby's field journal and a mud idol. Heck yeah, give me some of that. I'm going to. Oh yeah, and I've got this ring +1 dexterity. Oh, I forgot about that. I even made a mental note before we started recording, like, oh, I gotta remember about that ring that I was given by my elf, and then totally forgot about it. It was given to me actually before I even got to before the wilds, the citadel, the castle.
Yeah, to Ostagar.
Ostagar, yeah. Before I got there in that area, I was given a ring by the elder, the elven elder. I keep looking for. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. The Chastened Trail Sign. If you hit up all these Chastened Trail Signs, you can get some pretty cool gear at the end of this because you find their Chastened Hidden Treasure Trove. So I'm just kind of. Am I stuck on? What am I stuck on? There we go.
Do you know what the Chastened are?
Aren't they? Don't they live in the wilds?
Yes, they are.
They're
People who live in the wilds.
Yeah.
Over here.
Oh.
They were just saying they found it, and I'm just gonna go. And then when you take the first one, it leads you to the second one. It's like a big old.
There's
gotta
just
take
someone
all-
just like whispering in your ear in the wind. Over here.
I thought that was Alistair that said it. He's
It
like,
sounds like him.
yeah, he found it. Or maybe it's just the same voice actor and it's supposed to be someone
maybe.
else. But there's a bunch of these guys. I think it's gonna eventually kick me back up this way. Maybe I should have explored a little bit more further down south before coming up this way. Ooh, we're about to level up. That's always exciting. And these guys not gaining any experience.
Is that Lester?
Death flag, death flag, death flag. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I mean, why didn't they?
Because they don't need to. They don't need to get
I mean,
experience.
that's
They're
true,
they're
but
gonna be killed off.
that
but
is
you're
a
right.
death flag, though.
Absolutely. To the casual observer,
Or even for just someone who's playing it for the first time.
Yeah. All right, these guys' arrows aren't hitting us, but they have a Herlock amongst them. What do we have? Grimlock.
Excuse me.
What do we have over here? Herlock. Okay. Herlock's being infamously stronger than their Grimlock companions. I'm just trying to get a good camera angle here that gets kind of all these guys in. Oh, jeez. They really went for the body up here. That's fine. Oh, that guy didn't die? Yeah, good job.
Good job. Didn't die.
Learned my lesson from last time. Let's go with what's under arms do. Character attempts to hinder ability to fight back. Yeah, let's hinder his ability to fight back. Ooh, this Ser Jorah is about to go down. I don't know if I even have time to have him. I'm gonna be a little more liberal with my health potions now. Woo, buddy, got there just in time. Just in
Saved.
time. Yeah.
I'm
And,
wondering
there's that
for
level up. Right,
nice-
mid-fight,
right on
the
time.
mid-fight level up. I'm gonna run him away just a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, that's also something that, like, because they don't get experience, they don't get the opportunity to level up.
Correct. There we go.
So, in future Dragon Age games, your character is voiced. I'm wondering what the... maybe it's just based on resources. You'd have to pay that person quite a bit because they have to read all these lines for every possible
for sure.
interaction.
Yeah. Speaking of, have you heard of the new Red Dead Redemption game? It has like they've hired like 1,100 voice actors, and the main storyline is like 2,000 pages long.
Oh my god!
But if you do all of the side quests and everything, the number of voice acting scripts is 8 stories tall.
Oh my god!
Like 8 floors. So it's they're the number 1 employer of voice actors right now
I
in New
bet.
York, because they're employing like 1,100 different voice actors. It's good. The game's gonna be insane.
Well, I mean, also, so voice actors can do their jobs from their homes. You know, they can have
if they've got an in-home studio, it's good enough. But I imagine they would need like producers and.
It depends.
You're not wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of voice actors talk about doing their jobs from their closets as long as they're, insulated well
Sure.
and they have a good equipment, which is something that I'm sure that you can
We should get a closet.
We should
Yeah.
we should get a closet. We don't have a lot of storage where we live.
We
so.
don't. Our closet is like amazingly narrow. It's like it has no depth to it.
I think
I can open my
a
closet.
foot and a half.
A foot and a half of depth.
Yeah.
I think it's a little less. it's like a foot. You open it up, it's like, oh, this is the closet.
This is it. Yeah.
We've had to get creative with our storage solutions.
Yeah.
What do I want for leveling up? I think-
We're hanging things from the ceiling.
Yeah, we literally sometimes when we do our laundry, we hang it from the ceiling. What makes the strike area on the target dealing normal damage but gaining bonus to armor penetration. Deadly strike sounds cool. Combat movement. Ooh, wider flanking angle. Backstabbers. I guess. Coup de grace. Automatic backstabs, lethality. Rogue has a keen eye for weak spots. I'm just seeing what the tree is, what
Sure.
the next thing is. I'm gonna go with Deadly Strike.
I don't remember if this game has a level cap.
I imagine it has a theoretical level cap in the sense that there's only so much experience that you could possibly gain. It's not like there's an infinite amount of grinding that you can do.
Right, it's not
in
like
the Fallout games.
Yeah, it's not like in like any Bethesda game. Things kind of repopulate over time. At least I don't think so.
Now now that I say that, maybe there are some wolves that respawn in the wilds that you can just come in and fight.
I think it is
whenever.
tiered in that like you gain less the higher level you are than that thing.
So kind of like the World of Warcraft system,
Yeah.
where if you're 5-10 levels higher than the thing, you gain 0 experience from it.
Oh, I don't
Since
know
you
about
pray.
that, but I do think. I mean, like obviously, as you level and you're a higher level than the thing you're fighting, it gives you less experience percentage to your
Oh yeah, I
max
mean yes.
experience.
That's just math.
So
But
it's just it might not be advantageous to do it. I mean,
Sure.
at one point, it's just kind of like, well, why am I leveling? Especially for a Dragon Age game.
sure.
Archdemon gets dead at some point. That's all that happens.
Yes. So
Spoilers,
Rogue's-
but we kind of assume everyone's played this game already.
yeah. This game's old enough. All right, Jorah's going down. That's fine.
Although you are keeping some secrets for me. I'm so excited about this. What is it?
Oh, item 72.
Item 72. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear about it.
Get those backstabs in. That's fine. Those guys can have headaches.
You know, when I play, I'm never really thinking about what injuries they have. I'm just kind of focused on like, I gotta get rid of these.
This one has cracked skull, penalty to cunning. Remove. Yeah, that's fine. And you have concussion, penalty to magic. Yeah, who
Yeah.
cares?
So, like, I mean, some injuries don't matter for like who gets them, but some
Yeah,
of them do.
I mean they matter to a certain extent. I'm gonna let us regenerate a little more health before we go to
Sure.
the next fight. Because I mean it is on hard difficulty, so I don't want to just get absolutely destroyed.
Poor slobs. That just seems so excessive.
I remember the first time I played this
Mm-hmm.
and seeing that, I was just like, "That's gruesome."
Now it's all it's almost what's it called when you a trope.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a trope. I mean,
Yeah.
I definitely played this after I had played Fallout New Vegas, which at the time was the most violent game I had ever played.
Sure.
Which says a lot about my video game experience before Fallout New Vegas came out.
Sure. I don't actually. What's the most violent game that I've ever played? I wonder.
There's some pretty bad ones out there.
Some pretty violent games.
Yeah, some violent and all different kinds of forms, you know.
I mean, this game has a lot of gore, like a lot of gore.
Yeah.
Like you'll sometimes go into a cutscene and all of a sudden your character's just caked in blood.
Yes. Which your dog can then lick off you.
Oh yeah, that's a little weird. I'm gonna quick saving because I think there's another fight up here. Boom, immediate fight. Oh, they're fighting wolves, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think I remember. Yeah.
Do you wait for them to finish fighting the wolves,
It's
or
too late, they're already
It's too
done.
late.
Yeah.
Darkspawn won.
Yep. Ooh, yeah. Let's just wail on this guy while he's down. I'm gonna get those backstabs in. And
I wonder if any of the wolves got any.
yeah,
got
that
any
Herlock
hits in.
seemed like he was already really weak.
Now I think about it, when they use dogs to fight, dogs really only have their teeth to really to do significant damage, unless they're like really taking care of their claws and that sort of thing. But if you want claws that will actually do damage, then it's kind of difficult for them to walk on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know that that's something you can really do. I wonder if you've got enough skill to pick this. Nope. What use are you, Dev?
He doesn't get experience. He can't
Yeah.
pick locks.
Oh God,
Ah,
that's intimidating sound.
I hate that. But I mean, that's good sound design. That's good.
It is. That's very intimidating. I wonder
Yeah.
how they made that sound effect.
I love hearing about how they make like
hell yeah.
strange sound effects. How the
sound guy, the
Yeah.
sound technician, I don't know what you'd call
the
him.
Foley artist, usually, depending on what it is. Foley is more like what you're hearing right now. Their armor
The
kind of
pan-
jingling around.
Oh, sure. Not the pan poop flute in the background.
That's there's non-diegenic and diegenic sound. I can't remember which one is which.
Okay.
But
All these chests that I just can't get into. Tisk tisk.
hey, you're really attractive. That's what you bring to
Yes,
the
I do.
table.
My character is a bow for sure. She's the Laura Bailey of this group.
Laura Bailey. if you haven't noticed, with all of us talking about so many Critical Role actors,
Oh,
we
yeah.
really like Critical Role. But I've been a huge fan of Laura Bailey since I was like 13. So.
Oh yeah. I mean, she has a pretty epic body of work.
Yeah, she really does. But I was thinking about how just like when they talk about like how we make these different sounds. I forget what it was for.
I just make all my sounds.
I think it was for
with my
Lion King.
voice.
Oh yes.
Like whoop.
What for the Lion King? I think it was they were trying to figure out how to make a roar sound good.
Other than a
Or
lion.
no, it was for Lord of the Rings. They were trying to make the elephants sound intimidating.
The what?
The elephants. I mean, that's what Sam calls them.
elephants?
He calls them elephants.
Are they
It's an elephant.
the elephant?
Yeah.
Like the things with the tusks?
Yes,
Okay.
an elephant.
Well, no, I was
yeah,
asking.
Sam calls them elephants. But for the sounds of them, they were
Oliphant?
no, that's Timothy Oliphant.
Oh. Yes.
Anyway, Sam was describing these elephants to what's his name? Not Elijah Wood, Frodo. But when
Okay.
I was listening to the director's cut of like how they got the sounds for what the elephants, like the sound that they make, they try to record elephants doing it. But like elephants are very quiet. They're pretty
Okay.
gentle, and when they do kind of like trumpet, it doesn't sound intimidating really. It's
Okay.
they mostly do it to call to each other, so it's not like it's like a cat meow. It's not like a it's not they were looking for something along the lines of a hiss when they got kind of just like a hey, I'm right here kind of thing.
Okay.
So what they did is they got noises from a lion and some other big cats, pitched them up and down and that sort of thing with some other sounds, and that's the noise that they make.
Ah.
It's not necessarily like there might be some elephant in there, but not very much.
Interesting. Very cool.
And then like the kind of classic sound of Gojira, it's I think it's like a cello bowstring
Violin or
dipped
whatever,
in
yeah.
lye or something like that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I
And then
don't know that that's
pulled
quite it,
across the
but
strings.
something
Yeah.
something along those lines. Yeah, something crazy. Oh, that means I'm about to get jumped. We know what that sound means. I always really loved and appreciated voice actors, just how difficult their job is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I really like the movie In a World.
I've never seen that.
Oh, it's really good. I think it's like written, directed, and acted by the main actress. What is her name? Lake Bell, I want to say. I can't quite remember her name. We'll put it down below.
Sure.
But it's so great, and the storyline is basically the voice actor, who I believe has actually passed away, is the famous voice actor who did all the In a World things, like Let's see if I can do it.
In a world filled with madness and mayhem.
All those like
Yeah.
90s trailers
Yeah,
always had
all,
that guy.
Yeah, it's all that guy, and they all start off with him saying,
In a world.
and it's just like that start, that famous In a World start, has just become so iconic. And I think they talk about it either in that movie or in the documentary about it, and they just show all the clips of him saying "In a World."
I remember it being on the news when that guy passed away. I was pretty young, but I remember
I
pretty
can't.
distinctly.
And we keep saying that guy, and I'm sure someone who's watching
Oh,
this
yeah.
is like super offended that we
I'll
don't
put
know
it down
their
below.
name. Yeah, we don't. I don't
video.
know this individual's name off by heart. I do know that they are a famous voice actor. Also, the Critical Role cast, everyone there being voice actors. Matt Mercer, and just playing all the games that they have voice acted in, the Blizzard games,
Oh, yeah,
like World
absolutely.
of Warcraft.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I know Laura Bailey primarily from the game Blood Rain.
okay,
I never played it. I watched my brothers play it, and
Sure.
then from obviously Dragon Ball Z,
sure.
and then from the awakening of my preteen years, Fullmetal Alchemist.
Yes. My Matt Mercer experience is mostly based in Rexar. He does the voice of Rexar, who is the Beastmaster in World of Warcraft and Hearthstone.
You paid a lot more.
The
World
First
of
Throne.
Warcraft than I did.
I played a little bit of World of Warcraft. I was never very deep into it. Like, I don't even know if I got level 60 when the max level from the original game was level 60.
Before all the expansions and stuff.
Yes, but I don't know that I ever hit any of the other max levels. I was a very casual World of Warcraft player, but I played a lot of Hearthstone, and the Rexar voice lines are in that.
Well, that's also just kind of like, if you play any game from kind of like a big publisher, you've heard a lot of different voices from a lot of different people, but
Yes.
it might not be as many people as you think it is. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Whereas like you think like, oh, there's thousands of people like who are employed by this company. No, it's like
The same voice actor
it's like
doing
20.
30 different voices. Yeah. You got to be
Except
able
for
to
the case
change
with,
your voice and your accent so that you can. That was awful.
I believe in you still.
Oh, thank you. I can do the. You must gather your party before venturing forth.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that one I can do okay.
I guess it's not the case with Rockstar now. If they hire so many people, I wonder how many of those people are, like, I mean, I don't know how many voice actors are like in the Screen Actors Guild or anything like that, or if they're just like, hey, you guys want to record some Foley, or like you want to record some background voices for us?
Oh man, having made an attempt once upon a time at doing any voice work, it is so incredibly hard to do the same voice that you just did again.
Yeah.
And that's like, I think. Ooh, oh my god.
Oh jeez.
Jeepers. I'm so glad I just said it.
Blasted.
Yeah, my whole party just got blasted in the face right there.
Everyone's still up though.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
Well, I
laying
mean,
down and on fire, but Alistair's about to die. We're just having this nice conversation, all of a sudden, just burning
Yeah,
fire.
oh no, and he's leading us back to his other
Ugh.
friends. I think this might be one of those fights where
This is a very difficult
oh, I
fight.
walked into a trap. Oh, buddy. Let's just call this one in the sense that I'm gonna need to reload. Thanks, quick save. So glad I just used you.
Yeah, when you kind of like hear a voice actor, obviously games get DLC or they get updates, and the voice actor has to reprise their role for games like Overwatch or Hearthstone, that sort of thing. It's the same kind of character.
As they get new, well, it's not just that, but the same characters get new voice lines
Right.
because they have the expansions, and it's like, oh, we need
Yeah.
another whole set of these voices.
Right. So and like it'll be months between when you
Yes.
recorded the original one and
Yes.
when you recorded the new stuff.
Yes, absolutely.
I always wonder, because I mean, just listening back to our recordings now, like I don't sound like I think I sound. So how do
Yes.
they hit it as when they're listening back to their voice? I'm sure they have to listen back to it.
Yes,
It's like,
they do.
oh, okay,
Yep.
this is what I sounded like then. How do I hit that exact like balance of what I sound like to myself and what other people will know what I sound like?
According to my father, who has taken some voice lessons and classes and done a little bit of voice over work. You listen to your recording again. All right. Well, if he's gonna run away, then okay, gentlemen.
Everybody, back the fuck up.
Yeah, we're okay. Talk.
Hold everybody, I'd say.
Well, I'm trying. I wanna not run into all these traps that they are laying for us,
Yeah.
and I think if I actually run far enough away,
You'll just lose combat?
yeah, I'll drop out of the combat. Oh, who's running back at us? A regular Grimlock? That's fine. All right, I'm bravely running away, guys.
Practicality.
Practicality. Not a coward. Not a coward. Live to fight another day.
Well, before you go on to this incredible fight, I think it might be time to end this
just
session.
call it. End the session right here in the middle of this fight. Oh god. Okay. All right. Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Love you all. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please hit that subscribe button at the bottom
So you can see Grim die later.
So yeah, you can watch me die. All right. Bye.